Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and I am super excited because I have slayed Snow and Cocoa, at least for what I think. So let me show you what I have left of the paper pad. It contained 48 sheets to begin with, and I am down to this half cut apart sheet here and this one piece of the month's paper. And so I've decided that these two pieces, I am gonna go ahead and cut them out and put them in my embellishment book. I feel like while they are full 12 by 12 sheets of paper, they do lend themselves to be able to be used with other things, and I feel like going down to really 1.5 full sheets of paper is amazing from 48 sheets. So those are the full sheets that I have left. And then the other pieces that I have are really just scraps, and I don't feel like I can use any more of it than I did. What I really have left is the scraps of paper that I wasn't really feeling. Like, I didn't really like this paper here. This paper, I felt like I got as much use as I could out of it. I wasn't a big fan of that either. This, I think I backed. I don't think I used this at all except for backing my photos, because I wasn't a real big fan of that either. And this one here was another one that I really didn't like, and I'm actually glad that I only had that little tiny piece left. And then the rest of them are little tiny pieces, and I feel like there's enough of them being used, and what's left, I just feel like I got a lot accomplished. And I do feel like this is a lot of paper left, but from what the layouts that I got completed, I'm happy with, and I'm okay with saying that this is completed even though that there's this amount of paper left. I don't plan on keeping this paper. It's not going in my scrap bin. I have a box that sits right over there underneath my desk, and there's actually two boxes. There's one box of stuff that I think somebody else may like in the scrapbooking world, and then there's things that I don't think a scrapbooker would like, but definitely a school would like. And I think that I am going to put this pack together and see where I go from there. I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because this is what I have left of the paper, is this little bit left here. I did not use the 6x6 paper pad as much as I thought I would. I feel like I may have used 3 or 4 sheets, so there's really a full 6x6 paper pad here. So I have that, and then this paper left. Oh, I actually have another piece over here. Oh, there's a couple more pieces over here, actually. Actually, I think this might be the 6x6 paper pad. On this one here, I didn't use this gold paper either as much as I thought I would. I punched out a couple of hearts there, and I think I used one other sheet, but I didn't use it as much as I thought I would. So I have that. I didn't use these paper bags, or treat bags as they're called, at all. I think I pulled them out and tried to use them quite a few times, but I didn't get to use them. These are also from the 6x6 paper pad. I just cut out a couple stars there. Here's another piece of the black that I didn't use. I don't think I used any of these cards either that's left. And I think, let's see, I have these geotags, which I think I will keep, because I can definitely use those in another place. With these little pieces that you fill out, I think I used 2 of them. I think these are really more lended towards maybe cards. Oh no, I only used 2 of them. I had 4 left. So I have that, and then the pieces that go to it, I did use all of the gold sequins to those, so I have that, and that's kind of sitting over here. I don't know if you can see it right off camera. There are the bits and pieces. I took it out and used it on one of my last layouts. And so, and then this is everything else. So I have the 2 stamps sets as well. I have this one tag, which I look like I put it on Fun Foam and didn't ever use it. Excuse my voice, guys. I just am battling something that's crazy. I used all of these pieces because I had 2 of these packages. So the Snowflakes, Wonderland, Snow, and Cold I used. The burr is around here somewhere right here. And so I didn't get to use that one. But I used the whole other pack of this one. So I had a second pack of that one there. A little snowman. And oh, I think this was a 6x6 pad, and I didn't, I cut it out for some reason and then didn't end up using it. And then I have these cards left. So the snowman and mittens, the stripes, the trees, that Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I think this was part of the card, like the back part of the card, and I used the front part of it. And I also saved the backing because I thought I could use these stripes here, but I actually didn't end up using them. Here's another piece of paper. Another tag, I think this was probably from one of the kits and I didn't end up using it. I think this probably was the ribbon to those mason jars and I didn't end up using it. So that's kind of a little bit of what's left. And then I have the embellishment pieces. There's one here. And so I have quite a few embellishments left. I think I started out with 6 sheets and I've kind of narrowed it down to 4. So I've used quite a bit of embellishments. And some of the cut-aparts I ended up, once I cut down that first sheet of cut-aparts, I went ahead and added them here. And so I didn't really use the frames a whole lot. There's several tags. I used a full sheet of the gold snowflakes and then I have 3/4 of a package left there. And then I also used almost a full sheet of this package here. This one here. I only had, a couple pieces left on that. So I used quite a bit of ephemera and I still have quite a bit left. So I'm leaving it up to you. Is this a giveaway that you guys would like? I don't feel like it's a huge giveaway. I mean, there's a lot of pieces in here with all of this and the ephemera pieces left. I mean, it's a lot, but I don't feel like it's a great giveaway, I guess I could say. But if you guys want it, if there's interest in it, I will do a drawing and have you guys I'm more than willing to send that out because I did get to, I feel like I got a lot of use out of it and there's still quite a bit left. I'm done. Like I am done with Snow and Cocoa. And so these are the layouts that I got done. I don't know, I'm going to count them at the end because I'm not exactly sure. All of the 2-page layouts have process videos. I did do a few 1-page layouts and those do not have process videos, and I did a couple of add-ons that don't have process videos. So this one has a process video and I will link the playlist below for you guys. But this, I found these 3 extra photos and I felt like I could have done a layout with them. They didn't fit on this layout, but at the end, towards the end, I was just over it and done. So I just created a couple of pocket pages with, and they're not anything fancy. I don't feel like they're, extremely awesome or anything. They've added to it and I really just wanted to get these photos done. So that is one layout there. This layout, and I believe the centerpiece, yes, this one has a process video with it, including this centerpiece here. So you guys will see that in the process video. So I'm not going to go into great detail about the ones that have process videos because if you want to see that, you can watch the process videos. This one has a process video as well of them just playing inside of the house. And this one, I loved this tags. I pulled this from a, I think a Pinterest board or online somewhere, but I love the way that tags came out and was able to use up quite a few of them on this layout. Again, it has a process video, so I won't go into great detail about it. This one has a process video in the center for this layout here, but then I ended up doing 2 layouts of Cascade Mountain. We had lots of photos, and this was probably the biggest day that we had because the temperatures were so cold. It was negative 50 degrees feel-like temperatures, so it was extremely cold, and this was the one day that we were actually able to get out. I think it was still like in the single digits when we were there, but not negative 50. So I had tons and tons of photos of us on this Cascade Mountain, which is a tubing place as well as a ski resort. So I did this layout and another layout, but I still had photos left. So towards the end, I had enough photos that I probably could have done another layout because there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos, but I was just done. I didn't want to do another layout. I figured this goes with these photos. It's from the same day. I could just put a couple of pocket pages in it and be done. So that's what I did. I put a piece of chipboard there. This one here is one of those mason jars, and I put the sequins in it. And actually the sequins were not like that. They've kind of gone over there. This I found was from, we had to wear these at when we were there, like on our jacket and stuff. So I just put that in there, and then one of those calendars with the date on it. So this particular piece has a process video, and then I added that extra. This one here has a process video as well with all of the beautiful scenery photos. I just love the snowy, oh, it's just so gorgeous. Like, this was the first time that I had seen snow, and I wanted to make sure that I captured those photos because they really were just gorgeous, gorgeous photos. This is my little man, Eli, my nephew, and this was, there's a process video on this one. It's when we first got off of the airplane. We were at the car rental place waiting for our rental, and they just had to get out and get in the snow immediately. So that's that one. Then there's this one, Baby It's Cold Outside. My little man here, Adam. He is a cutie standing next to the window. Then there is this one here, which says no fun like snow fun. These photos are of us inside of the lodge that we stayed at. In the bottom floor there was this game room, and I actually went there for Thanksgiving this year. So this was in February, or end of January, beginning of February when I went, and then I went back because this is a family-owned property for Thanksgiving, and they have completely redone this. There's a pool table, a darts area, TVs on every single wall. It is just gorgeous inside there now, even a better playroom than what they had before, because before they just had this, I don't know what this is called. It's like a shuffleboard, but it's standing. I'm not exactly sure. There was that, and then there was a big, large TV with a gaming system. So it was they've definitely done some improvements to there. This is another one where just pictures of outside, pictures of our wine. And I think that it's hilarious that it never occurred to me to think about using the outside as a refrigerator. We thought it was funny, and we were being silly by putting our wine and the boys' popsicles on the snow out there. But when I went for Thanksgiving, all of the drinks were outside, just outside in a bucket, and because it was so cold that you could keep it out there. So that was pretty awesome. I think, yes, that is it for the snow photos that are double pages. This is where I used the layouts for something else. So this was, we went to Painting with a Twist, and there's a process video for this one as well, but we made this pink moon, and so I thought these pink circle dots were a beautiful kind of tie-in to it, so I used that pink paper for this, and again, that has a process video. This one, I love this one. I think it's so cute. This is photos of my friend, the layout that I'm doing for her, and they went blueberry picking, so I just feel like the papers lend themselves to that, and I pulled in some of this Treat Yourself and Happy Happy Day is from the Celebrate. Is it Celebrate? yeah, the Celebrate thickers that I told you I was going to use as well. So I pulled in a couple of that blue to pull in the blueberries. So I really like that one as well. This one is another one that I think turned out so well. I took inspiration from the black and white of the paper, and this piece back here is not, it's from Project Life is the back paper here, and it says things like embrace your everyday, this is my happy, hello, perfection, here and now, you are loved. And it is of Jordan receiving honor roll at school, and so I thought that this was really awesome. I used the washi tape. Again, this one has a process video, so you guys can check that out. This one is another one of those birthday layouts that I just love. It is where I was able to use up a ton of scraps. Like, I think I got almost all of my scraps at that point. I was probably about halfway done in this layout. I love the fact that I kept the branding strip. I don't know if you can tell right here. This piece of blue checkered and the pink are still together. So the pink was the branding strip, and I just kept it together and used my border punch on it. So I really like the way that that turned out on this particular layout. And then I do have the insert. Alright, so that is all of the 12 by 12 double page layouts, and now I'm going to go through the single page layouts. This one here is the very last layout that I did. It was where I was able to use up all of my scraps. The only full 12 by 12 sheet of paper that I had left was this pink one, and what I did was I just cut a small piece there, taped it to the back, and then when I folded it over, it worked really well. I stapled it, and then I use a pencil, stick it in there to kind of pop it back up, and I need to actually hear some more down there since I took that off. So for this layout, I was able to get lots of scraps used up. I just pulled out all of my circle punches and punched out a bunch of different circles in different sizes, and then I pulled out a ton of word stickers as well. This is a great layout to use all of your word stickers up with, or some of your word stickers. And then down here I added one of those cards that has the date on it. This back here is a double matte, and it is the snowman paper. You can't even tell, it just looks like a very colorful piece of paper. So there's that one. This one here, we had a little guy who got an impacted tooth while we were there, so you can see his big chipmunk face in this one. And so all I did was I took my photos, I think I cut them down to 4x5s, and then I took these two pieces of paper here that are also 4x5 and just kind of made it a grid, block grid, but a little on the angle. So there's not a whole lot to this one. It's just those two pieces of paper, a couple of tags, and this actually needs to go up a little bit there. And so I was just able to get a little bit of the paper used up. These single page layouts were done last, and so I was just trying to use up scraps. I didn't have any full sheets of paper there. So there's that one. And then on the other side of this one here is going to be this one, even though they are two separate layouts. This one here was the next day, and so I'm talking about the difference in his face there, and how this one here is when we learned that he had been complaining about a tooth, but he woke up that morning with a big old chipmunk face, so we took him to the emergency room. This was like the second day we were there. So we took him to the emergency room and he got antibiotics, and then this was the second day and he was, the swelling had gone down quite a bit. So it didn't ruin our trip or anything, but I definitely wanted to document that. This photo here this was also one of the layouts that I had a full sheet of paper in the back. And then these are all scraps, and they are tucked behind, so they're not full sheets, so that you can see how I stretched the scraps that I had left. This entire trip, while we loved the fact that we were going and we really wanted to go see snow, we went because of her. This is their grandmother, and she was battling cancer. She has since passed away, but this was the reason that we went. We wanted not only for me to see snow for the first time, but for the boys to see snow for the first time, and for their grandmother to see them see snow for the first time. So it was an awesome, awesome trip that we went on, and I'm glad that she was able to experience that, so I wanted to document that with those photos there. And then this is the last layout. It's kind of a funny layout. I don't know if you can tell, but this was actually taken very shortly after this picture was taken. We had them, we were getting ready to go out, and so we had told the boys and everybody, let's get dressed, let's get ready. And so Jackson was fully dressed in all of his clothes, everything that he needed, and he actually went and sat back down by this fireplace and leaned his head against it. So this is Kevin here, and this is Kevin's head. And so luckily Jackson was wearing a knit hat, so it did not go through the knit hat, but it went all the way through his jacket. He had laid his head up against the fireplace glass piece that's there to protect against the fire, and it caused a hole in his jacket. So we were lucky that he had his scarf or his knit hat on, but that was definitely something I wanted to document as well. And again, trying to use up those scraps, I pulled out my hexagon punch and added those across the border there, using up some of those scraps. And then these were those. I had a lot of the 12 by 12 like 1 inch or 1/4 inch strips left. These are probably 1/2 inch strips, because I just felt like I cut down a lot of paper, and that's a lot of the scraps that I had. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single page layouts. And then 1, 2, 13 double page layouts. So I have a total of 18 layouts. 5 and 13 layouts that I've done. So total of 13 layouts, or you can count them as 26 plus 5, so 31 single page layouts. I'm not sure how you guys count them. I count them as layouts, so this is 18 layouts for me. So 31 pages was what I was able to get done, 18 layouts, and then I also have 1, 2, 3, 4 inserts. So I feel like I definitely slayed Snow and Cocoa. I am glad that I was able to get all of these layouts done. This was a very important time for me because I got to see snow for the very first time. But I'm also kind of glad that it is already documented so that it can go in the album, because there was a couple of times that it was really difficult to scrapbook them, because everyone in these photos, from Kevin to the boys to the boys' mom, the boys' grandparents, are not in my life anymore, and just circumstances have changed and things have changed. So I'm glad that I've documented them. They were documented as if they were how they happened. I didn't put anything in there that showcased them as a as if I would have had I still been in a relationship with Kevin. So I think that I did justice with the photos, and I'm glad that I'm able to get them. So so the question comes to you guys. Do you want my leftovers? I will gladly do a little giveaway for you guys. I have no problem with that. If you want them. Oh, I do have some washi tape left too. Let's see here. This one, so I've got, and I pulled in some other washi tape that wasn't a part of it, but I used it for the layouts quite a bit. Okay, so alright, so the rest of the layouts, or the rest of the washi tape, or washi tape that I pulled into my from my kit or from my stash. So here's what's left. I use this pink one quite a bit. There's quite a bit in there. And this white one I used quite a bit. The other one's not so much. This one it had trouble using because it had Merry, Merry, Love and Joy, or Peace, Love and Joy, Happy Holidays. So it didn't really fit very well. And then this one said Happy Holidays as well, and Merry and Bright. So I can add that too as well. So do you guys want my leftovers? If you do, I will gladly do a little share for you guys, or a giveaway. And so here's some of the other pieces that were off to the side as well. So let me know. I, again, am so happy that you guys challenged me to do this, and I was able to get these photos done. But I am so very happy that it's done and over with. This is not how I normally scrapbook, but Snow and Cocoa has sat out on my desk since, so this video is being recorded at the end of December, and this process started, I think, at the end of October or the beginning of November. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that it's been a full month of me scrapbooking these particular layouts and getting all of this done for Snow and Cocoa. I will, let me see, also throw in these here for the, I feel like there's tons of stuff over here still. I'll go through everything, and if there's anything left, any scraps or anything, if you guys want them, I will gladly throw them in there, because if not, they're going into the box of giveaways for other things. And so to tell you guys a little bit about those boxes, they are, so the two boxes, one again is for the schools that I give to on a regular basis, usually about once a year. I find a school that is local and ask them if they want some supplies. They usually go to the art teacher. And so that usually is supplies that I don't feel like other scrappers will like. So like really, really old supplies that I finally used up and I have some scraps left to it, or things like that. The rest of it is in my other box, scraps of paper, not really scraps, but other things that I think scrapbookers would enjoy. And that usually is a part of those, like, pay it forward box. I do those quite often as well, probably 2 or 3 times a year, where somebody will start a box and they will start to send out lots of things that they no longer want, but others might want. So when you get the box, what you're supposed to do is take out the stuff that you would enjoy and then fill the box back up. So basically refilling it with stuff that you no longer want in your box and you can, hopefully somebody else would like. So I keep a box of that. That way I have plenty of stuff to go through, and I don't actually have to go through my stash. It's already there. It just go in the box and look and see what I can fill up my box with and send it along. If you guys don't want this giveaway, if you don't want this, then I will put that probably, I haven't decided which box I'll put it in, but one of the boxes, and then go from there. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I have really enjoyed getting all of these photos done, and I hope that you guys enjoyed all of these process videos as well. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.